All right, y'all. We are back and coming to you guys from the War Room this week on the official Secrets Hideaway podcast. My name's Jordan Marshall, and I'm in the house with my brand new co-host, my better half, the lovely Miss Jess Wood, up to no good. What up, babe?
How you doing?
You know, I'm doing. It's another Wednesday in the trenches.
Happy hump day, right?
We're getting it done. We got a nice little show for y'all here today, and we had an amazing weekend on property. We're in the house with the homie DJ Drift. Our homie Joey's in the building. One of Secrets Hideaway's very own, one of our rock star DJs, one of our rock star entertainers. And babe, you're excited for this one, right? We got Drift in the house.
I love all of our people, but especially, Drift. Drift gives a certain vibe. Like, I feel he's our level,
He does. He really does. The homie gets it, and we're going to be checking in with him in just a few. Good to have you, Joey. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
If you guys tuned in a few months ago, we had an initial show with Drift, just talking about all things lifestyle. He's got a little bit of a BDSM background that we're going to get into a little bit, and it was a nice little episode. And we got so much great feedback, bro, and people were just enjoying having you on the show. They had a bunch of questions for you that we figured we'd run it back, dude.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Great to have you here. And we're going to be getting into it with Drift in just a second. But before we start the show and our topics for the day, if you guys are checking in on the chat line, feel free to keep that thing live, keep the chat lit. We want to know where you guys are watching from, where you're tuning in from, what you got going on. If you have any lifestyle questions for the show, for Jess, myself, or DJ Drift, we'll be happy to take those and field those for you towards the middle or the end of the show, but definitely pop that on there. And try your best to hang out. We want to keep you guys in the mix and, give you guys a great show today. So, like I said, before we get into it, we wanted to touch base a little bit, babe, because we had a pretty dope weekend here on property, right?
We had a great weekend, a lot of good vibes, and sold out weekend. Many more to come, excuse me.
That's right.
But yeah, it was definitely a good time.
Yeah, we had a blast, a lot of fun. We had an amazing group that was kind of local to the Florida area here from the Tampa area. Shout out to our homies. Big shout out to the Tampa Erotic group that rock and rolled here all weekend long. So big shout out to the homies on behalf of Kelvin, Billy, Brad, and the crew. We just wanted to shout you guys out again. Say we had a blast with y'all on property. Mm-hmm. It was a really great weekend. So thank you, Jess. I know you had a blast too. We had a lot of fun, right?
It was so much fun, and just the vibe, the energy of everyone, and it's just, I just love lifestyle, y'all. Vanilla World, you don't know what you're missing.
That's awesome, man. We had a blast. We played all types of different games. The homies were on property, and they brought a bunch of great sponsors and other awesome lifestyle partners to the table. Just great brands and lifestyle groups that came to Secrets this weekend to really just have another full tilt weekend. The club was packed. The pool was vibing. Our dungeon this past Saturday night was at max capacity, starting at 10 p.m. when it opened.
They had to cut it off, man. It was kind of crazy. It was waiting till people come out just to come in.
I haven't seen the dungeon. I'll be honest, in the 8 months I've been on property, I've never heard of the dungeon being at max capacity before. So that was a new one on me.
Definitely max capacity.
That was a new one on me, man. But shout out to the Tampa group, the Tampa Erotic group. I mean, they did such a great job, babe, of being a kind of a 50-50 group. Normally we have these groups that are on property and they'll come through and they'll either be very lifestyle focused or they might be very BDSM focused. Mm-hmm. They might be very swinger focused. So I think that the Tampa Erotic group had a really great run of having a little bit of everything this weekend,
100%. And can I just comment real quick? I don't know if Drift you saw, Jordan and I were there, but that balloon game and how long that took you. I think they said it was the longest. I don't know if you saw.
I wasn't here at that point.
Oh my gosh. They had one red balloon that was this big. I don't know if you guys can see.
They were doing an air pumping, sort of like whoever could pump up their pumper
butt,
first,
though.
right, with their tush.
So you're going this.
A little push in the tush.
But it took.
It took a minute.
I was the demo, and I went way faster than the rest of them.
We were talking, and I felt like we were talking through 3 games, and it was still the first
crazy.
one.
It was so crazy.
It was a nail biter, right?
Oh
it was
my God.
Right to the edge.
Definitely
everybody
entertaining.
was literally there was 3 or 4 balloons that were within a second of popping. So it was a nail biter. It was a really good race. It was good.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was just one of the highlights I remember because I was I've never seen that before.
Yo, we love it. And we got a whole bunch of cool people checking in on the chat right now. We want a big shout out to Dan and Lacey in the house, Swing Nation, representing, watching. Hey. What's up, guys? Great to see y'all. And big shout out to Diosa LS. We see you. Oh, Diosa's got a question for you, Drift. She says, I have a question. Word is the DJs are going on the road at Secrets. This is true. Will that include Joe, aka DJ Drift, or is he staying at Secrets? So we haven't put the final run of stuff together yet, but I do think that Drift has a very good read on certain types of events. We'll make sure that he's locked in for those going forward. He
Stay tuned.
Yeah, dude, stay
Correct.
tuned. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that.
We
So,
can't give away all our secrets, y'all.
Oh man, you guys, they want all the secret sauce, dude. It's crazy. They want all the stuff. But big shout out. We got King Dre, Queen Shane on the chat watching. Big shout out to Tika Green watching. Lynette, I see you. What's going on? We got Tess. Shout out to the homegirl Tess. And we're going to talk about Tess in just a second too, because if you guys know anything about Drift and the homie and when he's on property, you know that like Tess is like kind of like his American Express card, like never leave home without her, like kind of deal. I wouldn't either, because homegirl literally picks up every single loose end. You need wires, you need extra headphones. Is anybody thirsty? Yo, how can I take care of you? This 1-2 punch, let me tell you, Tess and Drift on property is a vibe, because it just brings a whole new like kind of layer of getting shit done. And we love that. And so big shout out to Tess, absolute homie. I mean, behind every good man, every quality DJ is a woman laughing her ass off. That's the truth.
I plead the fifth, y'all, on that one. Okay.
So she'll wait to laugh till we get off the air on this show.
That's right.
So I appreciate that. But yeah, we got big shout out and a whole lot of love for our team. We love you too, Tess. You are amazing. And honestly, us as talent, we only can go as far as the family and the group. So I mean, like here at Secrets, I think our entertainment team has really worked its way into being this awesome family. And we have different extensions that help out in different ways. And, we just got a whole lot of love for that. So it's
Absolutely.
pretty cool.
And then, babe, one more recap, though.
Yes.
What about our
Hit me with it.
Mashup Sunday?
What?
Guest star from this past weekend, DJ Scooter.
Why don't you tell everybody about it? Because it was a huge success.
It was amazing. I think we culture shocked him, but in the best way. He's like, yo, people can talk in normal and be naked. Like, what?
Yeah, so it's funny for those of you guys who aren't up to speed on Scooter yet. So DJ Scooter is a very good friend of ours from the vanilla world of entertaining that I came over from before I was, immersed in lifestyle, and we were immersed in lifestyle. And it was such a great rub the other day because yes, he is technically, a vanilla DJ, as we like to call it in our lifestyle terms.
Right.
He is so vanilla to the point he thought I was actually calling him vanilla the other day. So I had to clarify that first to make sure that he knew I wasn't going the other route with
Just
it.
because you're from Philadelphia.
Right, and you're white, obviously.
And you're not tan right now.
Hey, man. So clarifying that alone was exciting enough. So just to give you guys kind of an inkling on how, incubator this scene and this culture was for him, he literally walked in and I knew my homie, he's got a great personality and open mind. So I knew he would obviously be able to handle this, but I do believe that he, assumed he was just coming here to play some songs, do some good business, create a great party for people. I don't think he planned on adjusting his flight twice and not going home 2 days after and, kind of hanging out with our crew a little and just vibing a little and just feeling the lifestyle love.
Yeah.
So I love it because, I feel like we took another great person and just kind of opened their mind up to this fast-paced world. And Drift, you could chime in on this too. You see the lifestyle just as a whole is very popular now, and people are just kind of rolling with it, and it's coming at people in all different angles, and we're trying our best to kind of just give as best of a definition for an all-around experience as possible. You know what I mean?
I think Secrets does that real well. I get to talk to a lot of people, and they'll come in and they're like, oh yeah, we're only supposed to be here till Monday. And then I'll come back in like on Wednesday and they're still here. And they're like, we didn't really have to go to work.
We thought we were leaving.
We had more vacation time and we're going to be
best.
here. And I think now we're going to buy a room. And then next thing you know, there are people who are here more than you are.
Right.
And it's great because you lose track of time here and you just don't want to go back out to the vanilla world because even coming in, like you said, vanilla, completely vanilla, it's so welcoming that people just never want to leave.
Right. And I agree, man. The one thing that Ryan just kept saying the other day when he was here playing was that he couldn't believe how everybody was so vested in the conversation and how people almost forgot that everybody was either wearing clothes, not wearing clothes, how it really just became a great conversation of, what are you all about? I want to get to know you. And, There's no pair of, Louboutin heels on or a 30,000 Patek Philippe watch on to where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could talk to that person. There's big bankroll on that guy. Like how, all of that, the superficial stuff that we worry about, kind of like being able to like, can I fit in the same ring as this person who obviously has so much of a higher status than me? How can I bring a conversation? All that went out the door because when everybody's looking even, you know what I mean?
Does.
Yeah, it's great.
You can have a circle of 5 straight guys, all of them naked, and having a conversation like nothing.
Right.
You can't walk out of these gates, and I get for the legal reasons why, but just people's mentality, you can't walk out of these gates and have that kind of situation anywhere.
Right.
Because people's guards are always up. But when you come here and you have that environment where it's okay, you become who you truly are.
Right.
Because you don't have your wall up. If I could be naked in front of a whole bunch of people, I'm not worried about anything.
Right.
So I'm going to be who I truly am.
Right.
And that's what Secrets does for you. That's what Secrets gives you, that space, that time. And like I said, even if you came, I met a couple Monday.
Right.
They had just gotten married and their cruise got canceled because there was a fire on the cruise. So they said, we got to find something right away. And they found here. So they come here, vanilla. They're like, we're not swingers. This place looks interesting. They get a room, and even if it's too much out here for you guys, stay in your room. There's plenty of stuff to do in the rooms.
Right.
Trust me, you get the right room, and you're gonna have a good time. You may not want to come out, but they came here and they said this place was so welcoming, being vanilla because they just got married and had no idea about the lifestyle.
Right.
And even though they weren't part of the lifestyle as far as that, they just felt at home, and they winded up staying longer than they were supposed to stay. And it's just so nice to see how that happens on a daily basis almost.
Right. Well, I think it's so cool too because a lot of things for Secrets have been kind of like aligning themselves. I think the social media, I think us having this perfect storm of a cultural team, like a team to put forth to our lifestylers and our members. I think also having the idea that we know we want to keep it a fun and exciting experience that, hey, we know we have, lifestylers of all ages, different shapes, sizes, whatever, but we know we want to keep this thing energized. Right, babe?
Absolutely. And we vibe off of the people, the energy, the DJs. It sets the whole tone for that. And that's what makes Secrets. One of the things that makes Secrets so great is the energy here is just so wonderful, so amazing. Our mashup pool parties that we're trying to throw at the end of every month. The talents we keep bringing in, our own DJ staff that we have on property, and just everyone in general. It's hard. I feel it's hard for anyone not to come in here and just be like, I love this place because everyone's just so nice and genuine, Yep.
And absolutely. And I'm checking out the thread here too. We have all kinds of comments and questions and scenarios coming in. And honestly, what we're going to say too, if you guys have a comment or something that is not directly related to this post, but you guys want to get a little bit of info, feel free to shoot Jess and I a DM and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions. So Jess, I see you're asking a question just about bathrooms and some different things that happen on a Tuesday as far as washcloths and things like that. We're in the process of updating our rooms literally every minute of every day. There's always new owners on property, new room renovations being done. I feel like the room renovations here at Secrets is like an ongoing thing, right, Drift? It just kind of is a revolving door. So we take all of these new instances that you guys bring to us, and we're jumping on them as quick as possible. So again, Jess, I'm reading your comment here, although it's not directly has to do with this podcast. Shoot Jess and I a DM. We'd be more than happy to help you out with that as best as possible. That's not a problem. Also want to shout out Brandon and Shauna from Eye Candy in the building, checking out our podcast. We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Which also, First Friday, babe.
Well, that's a whole other story, and we're going to get into that at the end of the podcast because that's how we're kicking off this weekend. It's going to be crazy.
True. So
First Fridays with Eye Candy, baby.
I get a little, premature ejaculation here.
That's right. Jess gets really very excited. And just so happens Brandon's on the chat. Brandon, I'll let her talk about that with you as another story. We can see what we can do.
And Brandon, I'll see you Friday.
That's right. And in addition to our Eye Candy family, we also have Justin and Jess from My Frisky checking us out from the New York area. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking in. 2 more of our lifestyle family goers. That's what the LS is all about. All of these extensions of Secrets, different groups, how Secrets could help put a little touch on anything you have going on. And that's what we love to do. So it was such a great weekend, and just putting a stamp on recapping everything all the way through, right to our mashup Sundays with Scooter. so amazing. We had a great vibe, a bunch of people on property. The numbers for Sundays, I'm telling you guys, get in on these Sunday pool parties. The last couple of weeks have been crazy. The Sunday atmosphere has been blowing up through the roof. So if you guys have a little bit of time now towards the beginning of the week and you want to come back and hang out with us Monday, Tuesday, Sunday's a great way, Drift, right, to kind of maybe come out on that and then hang into Monday when we have our karaoke night and Tuesday with our Pride.
The good thing about Secrets is they have something every night.
Right.
So it's not just on the Friday and the Saturday night where everybody's, I'm going to go to party. We have something Sunday, Monday, all the way through the whole week to get you going, to get you ready for that weekend.
Absolutely.
So just because it's Sunday and it's the end of the weekend doesn't mean it's the end of the party.
Absolutely.
So we have the pool parties, we have the sip and reminisce, and then, we have the mashups at the end of the month.
Yep.
There's always something going on, especially on the Sundays. It's more stuff going on than people realize.
I love that, man. And actually, this is a great segue to kind of get into all the cool stuff that you kind of have a hand in, Joe, in helping to curate here on property. So actually, let's talk about the run of show and stuff while we're doing it. Jess and I just talked about our mashup Sunday that we had rolling. You've actually been starting to help us out on property big time, so thank you for all the help and support. Mm-hmm. Actually using your vocal techniques and your hosting techniques to help bring the property together. Like you've been helping us out on the Mondays and the Tuesdays and bringing the resort back to life after the weekend. So that's been huge, bro, because your energy and vibe is just a really great kickoff to the week, man. Like it kind of leaves everybody off where we left them. You know what I mean? Right. And you have know how to entertain and kind of use that microphone as a very good lifestyle weapon in addition to your musical skills. So hats off to you, bro. And let's just start with Mondays, man. Monday's a vibe, and we have a karaoke party that you kind of head up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I do it with Chris Edwards.
Right.
He's the host,
right.
and every Monday we try to make us a vibe. Separate from the weekend, it's really party focused on the weekends. So when we start the week off on Monday, we just started off kind of smooth and just more intimate because you're not going to have hundreds of people
right
like you do on the weekends. So
right.
You get to talk to people a little bit more. We don't have the music blaring super high, but we have it good that we keep the vibe going and everybody sits in the pools, everybody sits in the hot tub and on the bar and gets to know each other. So I like that I get those people who stay over.
Right.
Because I keep them over into Tuesday, hopefully, and into the rest of the week.
Yep.
So I'll get those people who I didn't get to talk to because there's hundreds of people.
Mm-hmm.
So those little stragglers that are there Monday, I try to get them and I try to talk to them. So hosting this past week was really cool because I got to sit and talk with a lot of those people. So it was a really good experience.
And I also saw your videos, man. I saw the media you put up and letting people know. So great job on that, dude, and taking the initiative to kind of get out there and show people how much fun we have, dude. So I love and appreciate that. That Monday night party is super cool. And, Jess and I have had people ask us about, they're like, oh, what's the karaoke vibe like? What do people sing? I don't know. I might get embarrassed. Like, it's such a cool, when people hear about karaoke at like a bar or like a club on a regular night, I feel like it's so much different than that. It's so much more like a welcoming thing. Like, even if you've never done karaoke before, right, babe?
Absolutely, because I definitely don't sing karaoke well, but I have been to Monday night karaoke, and they are accepting. They cheer you on, even if you sound like you can't carry a tune, which I can't. But it's all about just having a good time.
And that's all we encourage is having a good time. It's great because you get naked karaoke. And once again, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. If you're naked and you take your guards down,
right.
It doesn't matter whether you could sing or not because you're naked. You're not worried about anything else. So singing isn't the most, what you're thinking about. What you're thinking about is having fun.
Right. And also,
that's what we encourage.
Yeah. And Joe, I was also asked too, we had members and people who were curious about karaoke. They were asking, like, how does it really work? Do I have to sing by myself?
No.
Like, what's the breakdown? Like, can we go groups? Like, how does it work?
We have multiple microphones. So if you want to come up with a group, if you want to come up and do a duet, or even if you're a little scared and you want somebody to sing with you, you'll have myself or you'll have Chris. We'll find somebody to sing with you just to get you through the song. All you do basically is come up with your name and the name of the song you want to sing, and then you become a superstar just like that. Really
like
easy,
that.
Really laid back, just good times.
You heard it here first, y'all. You can be rock stars just like that.
And that's the homie Drift and our boy Chris will head that up each and every Monday night. And Joey, what time does that usually kick off?
Starts at 9 o'clock.
Cool.
We go from 9 to 1 in the morning.
Awesome. So we look forward to seeing you guys. If you had any questions or anything like that, you could absolutely shoot us a DM, shoot Joe a DM, let us know what's up. And if you have a karaoke party, you want to celebrate a birthday or something like that, we could also put stuff together for you guys. I mean, we have great packages, awesome, cool stuff that you guys could do here and really celebrate that birthday. And if karaoke is your vibe, you can come out here and have a cool celebration with us too.
Absolutely. And Drift, just talking to you a few moments before the show started, you said that's how you started here at Secrets, right?
Yeah. So we had come on a takeover. I want to say it was an eye candy takeover weekend, and we had no idea about what the lifestyle was. We found on our honeymoon. I'm sorry, it wasn't our honeymoon. It was our anniversary. We found this place to come and check out, and we got scared, and we sat in the corner, and it was a takeover busy weekend. But then we stood over into Monday, and it was karaoke Monday. So I'm like, I love to sing. Let's do this. And I walked in and realized that I knew the host, Chris Edwards. I've known him from the vanilla world, where he came and sang where I DJ'd. So we hit up talking, and I started coming back, and then he's like, I sing, I'm a host, but I don't DJ, and that's what's missing from the night. So he asked me if I wanted to come and fill in and be his DJ, and 5 years later, I'm still here doing a podcast.
That's right. and just so you know, Joe, Tess is here, like, cheering you on every step of the way with comments the whole night. She's like, "That's right, babe."
See, she's right on my back.
Letting you know, man. I'm telling you. Tess knows.
She's cracking out the floggers and the
she
whips.
Knows.
And making
You thought you brought them all, but she has a couple that are still at the house, bro. That's crazy.
I love it.
And we got a big shout out. We got other people checking in here on the chat, babe. We got a big shout out to the Swinger Cartel in the house. What's going on?
You see that? That's right. I am the
nice.
official DJ for the Swingers Cartel. Big shout out to everybody out there. They always come out pretty much every weekend.
Yeah, dude.
And they support. And they drive from like Miami. They come from pretty
Drift,
far.
I actually want to talk about this, man, because as one of, DJ Infinite, Ray and I, who's behind the scenes producing the set, we put all of the DJ shifts and the scheduling, together based on vibe and energy and what we think, the best fit to have a good open format party every weekend would be on property. And I can't tell you how many people, dude, you have this amazing, just unsung heroes, these following. They're like, where's Drift? When's he playing? And honestly, dude, like, I love it because when you jump onto the set, dude, like, I don't know what it is, but just like your framework and your mentality for the music that you pick and the tracks that you structure is a lot different. And not in a bad way, but in an amazing way than the norm that's here. So that's why I think on days like Sundays when you come in and kind of flush out the whole format that's been going on the weekends, and like we play some different things, some cool rock, some different types of edits. Maybe it's a track like, Low by Flow Rider, but the way you play it, dude, you find these amazing edits, these really cool takes on the vibe that we're trying to achieve, and you nail it, dude. You knock it out of the park. And we get such great feedback from everybody. Like, people literally like hoot and holler and sing your praises, dude, as not only just a DJ, but a full-blown entertainer, man. Like, I love that, your skill set is this huge range of performance to playing music to, Jess, you say it all the time. So, like, Drift is just cut from another cloth, right?
Yeah, jack of all trades, like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know about you, Drift, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be just good at one thing. I want to be good at multiple things.
Absolutely. You got to be.
Because I feel that it makes us valuable, right?
Sure does.
Absolutely.
We can adapt to certain situations, and I feel Drift definitely does that.
Thank you.
Sometimes we have to call him in a bind and...
Huh? No, he does. The kid is always down to help out, always does it, and is literally like a model for like the vibe that, we put out here at Secrets. So
absolutely.
Really, really awesome stuff. And as we move into the week, then you can find Joey back on property for our Thursday evenings. Wednesday evenings, excuse me. Wednesday. See, I missed a whole day. It's crazy. Wednesday evenings. So when we have our stuff going on, even tonight, you have, in addition to your DJ, your DJing and all the music you play here on property, you also have a little bit of a BDSM side that you like to channel a little bit, hence your floggers, all the different stuff. Now, was the BDSM side of this for you, did you have that before the DJing?
No.
Was that something that kind of was one and the same a little bit? Did you find one and then the other? Or did you find it through this?
I found it through here.
Okay.
I found it through here. I have PTSD, and so I always thought the dungeon was never a place that I was going to go into.
We're all a little weird here, Drift, so we each got our thing.
I just couldn't bring myself to going into there. And then one of the owners here, Anna, she's like, let me take you back there. Let me give you a tour. Let me explain to you a little bit about more what it is. And she's kind of like been our mentor. Right. Her and her husband, Don. They've been like our mentors and guiding us through the lifestyle, not just the BDSM, but the lifestyle. So she took me back there and she walked me through it. And I was like, oh, boy, it's a lot. It's a lot. But then she explained to me the mentality, and there's other things that go with BDSM.
Psyche.
And then once she explained to me some of the other stuff, that I was like, okay, I'm willing to try this now. It kind of went from walking in there with a fear to, before I walked out, participating in a little bit of a scene just to get to know some of it. And then from there, I just blossomed. And I like to tell people, you never know what you like or what you don't like until you try it.
Right.
Especially here. You never know. Walk by, you might not realize that you like watching. Leave a window open, you may not know that you like being watched. So, I went back there with that open mind. Mm-hmm. And then now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't wait till I get my new floggers. I want to get a new flogger. Or every time I get something that's for the dungeon, I'm so proud I want to show it off. That's why I got these guys, because I've only had for a week now.
Right.
And I got those from Anna.
Nice.
So I'm proud, and I'm showing them off, and I love that part of the world.
Now, I love that too, and I love that you've had like a little bit of like an overall journey, like weight loss, like this new, like if you guys, I literally, dude, for the first time, I think last week, somebody actually showed me, it might have been Tess, showed me a picture of kind of like where you came, like where you started, and like this amazing journey of like weight loss, just finding yourself a little bit more, like just a bigger, more open personality for you. This whole BDSM side, like, I just feel like, and even the 8 months to a year that we've known you as a person, just this complete overhaul of a person, and not like trying to make anything better or worse, just as like a reinvention. And like, man, it's just so cool watching you like with this new life and this new, like, just attacking everything amazingly with a smile, open-minded. Like, was this all something you wanted to put into place together? Did it kind of just lead one into the next?
Kind of all fell into place. Like I said, we came on our anniversary and we weren't sure what was going on.
Right.
But then I looked out and I noticed like 98% of the people here were naked. That was the first thing. I was like, wow, that was a big shock. And we were fully clothed. We were not sure what was going on. But then I started to realize there was tall people next to short people. There was big people next to small people. It didn't matter what race they were. It didn't matter what they looked like.
Found a place that fun didn't have to make
was right
sense.
Next to each other and talking, and nothing mattered. And I was like, I think I'm home. These are my people. Mm-hmm. And I've come. I like to say that I've met some of my best friends naked, because that's kind of what it is.
That's kind of how it happens.
That's how it is. You meet the people here, and they're who they are genuinely, and it lets you be yourself. And just over the years, more and more, I've been able to be myself.
Right.
And that goes back to Tess having my back. She's always encouraged me to be who I am. She's always loved me because I'm being who I am. Mm-hmm. She's been the first person in my life, I guess you can say, who's gotten to know me for who I truly am, because she's allowed that. Because Secrets has given me a place to do that. So just over the years, over time, I've just gotten to just be more myself, become more alive. And like you said, with weight, I've went from 356
You look amazing,
pounds,
bro. I mean, you're killing it.
356 pounds when I started, and now I am 220 pounds. Oof. I've lost like 130 pounds just being alive.
So like a whole
no
human.
special diets, no working out. I mean, I still have a dad bod. Don't get
Just
me wrong.
a positive mindset.
But I'm alive,
Yeah.
and that's what I love. And so with that, I've just become myself.
That's amazing, man. You've been nothing but a pleasure and just a true professional through and through. Jess and I love working with you. I love playing music with you because you're so creative, bro. You push me to different levels to be like, all right, this kid's throwing cool stuff. Look, what can I do? Like, it's so good, man. It's such a welcomed, creative push. Like, we're both like constructively pushing each other to be better.
Because we're entertainers.
And it's awesome, man. And just the fact that we can kind of play either behind the decks, or you and I can get out and sing a karaoke track to people to pump up karaoke on Monday.
Didn't that just happen?
It did.
When we had some technical difficulties.
Sure did.
The music stopped, the
But I
speaker
love
stopped,
that.
but we didn't.
We didn't.
No,
You and I- Yeah.
that was like
And when it came on, we were just barely off.
right. You were
Somehow we
right
were
there,
right there.
So for y'all that don't know, we did have a technical difficulty a couple Sundays ago.
Babe, you're not supposed to tell them when stuff happens.
It was just that we were
Well,
having
I mean,
fun.
Nobody knew.
we did great. Well, it's after the fact, so that's where I feel
because
it
we sounded
doesn't.
just like them.
That's
so we
true.
were
That's
good.
true.
But these two came outside of the booth and just, like I said, we never sleep on the show, right? So these two come out,
Always
and I don't
show
even
first.
remember what song it was, but they both sang it a cappella. And then the people in the pool started joining in. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let them do their thing, and let's see if we can figure out how to get it back.
Now, what nobody had realized what was going on was that the music was out. There was no music. We only had the microphone. We actually didn't even have the microphone.
No, we didn't have anything.
So we had lost all power. So at that point,
Just had to wait
We
for
just
everything
do
to
it.
boot back up. So while that was doing its thing, we did our thing. Actually, I think it got the pool people more together because they all came
definitely.
in closer so they can hear us.
I couldn't believe how well it worked out. So much so that people thought we were like it was like done on purpose.
It was.
That
It was.
It definitely was done on purpose.
They don't know any better now.
Oh my god!
Now that we just
love
like
it.
told everyone about it.
Now
but-
we added ourselves. So I mean, it doesn't really count.
This is those behind the scenes moments.
Totally. But yeah, man. I mean, and then we had just a really great weekend, and then from the Wednesdays and the Thursdays, drift helps out during the week. Then you come to property on the weekends, bro. And like, what I wanted to get this because last time when we spoke for your original podcast, we didn't get to really break this down. But I wanted to see like on the weekends when you jump into like either a Sunday set to kind of like flush the format out and play that day party, or you come in from like a 4 to 9 to kind of bridge the gap from the Saturday day party to the Saturday night and keep that energy. What are you looking for, man? Like when you get there, like I know one of your big questions is like to me or to the team that was on before you is like, hey, what were you guys playing? What'd you guys hit already? Like what was kind of the vibe? Because I know that's something that you're very conscious of, and that's great because that shows that like obviously you're like, hey, what have they been vibing to? Where can I pick up where you left off? Where can I not repeat you? You know what I mean? So like that's so big. So I just wanted to see kind of, and for our people watching and listening, what are you going for as a whole, like with your show?
I like that we have such a big DJ team because a lot of times we come from places where we're the house DJ and we're the only one there. We're there on the weekends,
Correct.
Or we're at another place. So you don't get to share DJing with so many DJs on a regular basis.
And having the team be so great in their own ways at doing different things. So like we have a really good team.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we all have different styles.
Correct.
So even if you were to come in and play your set, I would come in just to piggyback off the end of yours, and then I just go into mine. I don't ever plan what I'm going to play ahead of time. I don't come prepared beforehand because I don't want to mess up my mind.
Right.
Because if I come in thinking I'm going to play reggae and I get here and there's nobody who wants reggae, my mind is
Like,
still on
screwed.
reggae.
You're like, oh, shit.
What am I
Right.
going to play now?
Right.
So I like to come in, and especially on the weekends, because I usually do the 4 to 9, which is, like you said, that transition time. So it's not quite the busy time
Right.
on Saturdays because you have people going to go to their room. They're going to get changed for the night theme. They're going to go to dinner. So I don't have that, but I like it because it's, once again, I get to interact with the people a little bit better,
Right.
a little bit more because there's less people. So coming in on the tail end of the morning shift and before the night shift, it's a little bit more intimate. Even though there's still hundreds of people, it's a little bit more intimate. So I like that because I like to try to cater to the people. And when there's hundreds and hundreds, it's a little harder. But when it's down to like maybe 100 or so, it's a lot easier. You get to get into a vibe. And that's what I try to set throughout the week.
Right.
So you catch me on a Monday, you'll have a different vibe than you'll catch me on my Wednesdays.
Okay.
And a whole completely different vibe on Saturdays. And then another complete different vibe on Sundays. Because it's all set for different things. On Sunday, it's kind of bringing it back. It's changing it out. On Saturdays, you want to keep the party. So you're going to have those party. But I don't want to hit all the best songs because I got to leave that for my guys at night. Because we have the club open. So we have 2 DJs that need to share the music. So it's really good, though, to expand what I do. Because I know that there's other people who are going to be doing something maybe similar or something totally different. So it gives me that option to do me.
I love it. I love it. And guys, this is all really, really great stuff and awesome. We call them nuggets, industry nuggets that the homie Drift is giving you guys right now. Just give you guys a little bit more of his mindset and honestly our entire mindset, Jess, right? When we're on property and we're trying to develop an entertainment vibe, you know?
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, it is about our guests, and we want to give our guests the best experience possible from the second they walk in the door, walk through security, the food, the whole vibe of Secrets. Our goal is, and like I said, Drift hit this, you've hit this, and we've just talked about how just we vibe on the energy. We know our people vibe off of energy, and that's when they tend to have a good time, is when obviously they're all happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nailing it. Knocking it out of the park. And just to reset the room a little bit, you guys are live on the official Secrets Hideaway podcast. with your hosts, Jess Wood, Jordan Marshall. We're in the house with the homie DJ Drift today. Our homie Joe, one of our amazing resident DJs and entertainers here at Secrets Hideaway. It's been an amazing cast so far. We're rounding the corner and heading towards the back end of the podcast and getting into the closing portion. So, Drift, we've talked about a lot, man, the whole week that we have kind of unfolding here on property at Secrets, your role and kind of the energy that you bring, which is amazing. What I'd like to do too for you, if you got a second, give everybody your socials, man, where they could find you if they have a question, if they want to reach out about anything regarding lifestyle, DJing, BDSM, just to talk and say what's up. Hit it with the socials, man.
Drift321, DJ Drift on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Drift321. SoundCloud, Mixcloud, DJ Drift, Drift321. That's where you can find me. Or Joe Denizak on Facebook. I just use my main page because I don't care.
Nice.
I live the lifestyle.
He's fully immersed,
I
baby.
live the
Fully
lifestyle.
immersed.
Yes.
So, y'all, we're going to invite you guys to reach out to Joey whenever. And the coolest part is that Drift, you do a really good job of posting on social media, hyping up the parties, letting people know where you're going to be. So I will encourage this. If you guys aren't following Drift, smash the follow button. The dude does a really great job of letting you know where the parties are, what we got going on. He takes all the legwork out of like any research that you'd have to do to put your week together. So
Yeah.
get in on it, right, babe?
I feel Drift. You're here, what, 5 days a week? Pretty close?
We see each other a lot on this property.
Yeah.
Like that,
You know?
something like
Yeah.
that. Close to it.
Something like that.
Close to
Now,
it.
that's partially because he loves the place, but also partially because he does a great job. So, I mean, when you got that mesh in the middle, man, where are you going?
I know, right?
It's a good time. So awesome. We just want to shout everybody out again, all of our amazing lifestylers on the chat, everybody coming in to check us out and see what we have going on. We got a shout out to Andy LS in the house. I see you, brother. Thanks for checking in. Our buddy Kyle DeRomo's in the house. We see you. Thanks for checking in. Mr. and Miss Florida in the house.
That's right, Candy and Daniel.
Yeah, dude. Yo, we got everybody
lust
here, man.
room.
Susan Daughtry's in the building. Says she can't wait to see everyone. Unfortunately, she won't be here till June. Or July due to work conflicts in hosting event schedule. That's okay. We'll see you soon, I promise. Don't worry, girl. We got you, Susan. We got a whole lot of love for you. And it's just been a great cast, man. We have a whole bunch of people checking in, and it's been an awesome podcast so far. So, babe, I would love to, if we can, maybe get into what we got coming up here this weekend. Right? We got a big weekend again. I feel like just when we're about ready to be like, oh, let's take a break. It doesn't last that long, right?
Yeah.
You're smiling, but I look deep down. But there's tiredness behind those eyes.
I love being here all the time.
It's like I'll sleep when I die.
That's right.
But we do have a blast, and we do have an amazing weekend coming up on property. So, babe, what do we got?
Because I said it a little too soon.
Start
the
with
first
tonight.
time.
Start with tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's start with
Okay.
Wednesday because it is Wednesday.
It is
technically
Wednesday,
right
so
now.
happy hump day, y'all. If you haven't put your pictures out.
If you're watching
know.
the live show, we will post this again. It won't be Wednesday, but right now it is.
Correct. So we got our midweek munch meetup. So that's tonight at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night is newbie night.
Correct.
So we also have Dirty Bingo, and that's at like 7:30 at the Tiki
And
Bar.
that'll be with Kevin and Joy, right? Our
Kevin
homies
and
will be out there
Joy.
hosting
And
that.
then I think one of our beautiful...
One of the queens.
Yes.
April Fresh usually checks in, but it's either April or Twyla
Correct.
from our drag night.
Yep. So that's definitely
And
a
our
fun
bud
time
night.
you don't want to miss, especially if it's your first time on property. That's a great way to just hang out at the bar, get to know your bartenders,
Right.
the other guests that are here, maybe the same for the same amount of time you are. Or it's just a good way to come check out Secrets Hideaway for your first time.
Agreed. I think that whole, and Drift, what do you think? That whole Wednesday, Thursday combination is a really good time for like the newer lifestylers to see our nights, I think.
I touched on that earlier. It's the more intimate nights,
Right, correct.
Because you can, like I said, on the weekends you have hundreds of people. It's overwhelming. It could be very overwhelming. You're not sure what you're gonna see it, and you might turn around and run.
Especially if you're walking into like an eye candy this weekend or something, you know,
and,
like which is great, but there's a lot of people, a lot of people.
There's something for everybody.
Correct.
So if you're not quite there yet, coming into the middle of the week is just fine. And even on, like I said, on the Thursdays, we're just getting ready to build up for the weekend. So it starts to pick up on Thursdays. People start to check in for the weekend.
Right.
So they'll start to have a 4-day weekend starting Thursday. And so you'll get to meet more people on a Thursday. That's great that the newbie night starts then. So that way you can come in and not get overwhelmed and get prepared for the weekend.
Right. And then that way when the weekend hits, you're like, oh, cool.
You're
I'm a
already
little more
fully
acclimated.
immersed.
Right.
You're ready. You've already met people. You feel more comfortable going out to the bar and talking because you know what? I don't know anybody else. There's a lot of people, but I know that couple. So coming in during the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, is a great way to segue into the busy weekend.
And also, y'all, if for some reason you don't have a couple to go to, or maybe that couple that you know isn't going on the same night as you, reach out to Jess and I. Reach out to Joe. Reach out to, like, we'd love to hear from you. I mean, we take that all the time, right, babe? And we'd be more than happy to help you guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't mind coming in on a Thursday night, like we are here like I said, at the end of the day, and Drift touch base, we are here to help enhance our guest experience the best way possible.
Absolutely. And if it makes you guys kind of get better acclimated with all of the opportunity here at Secrets, because that's the big thing too, is that this term lifestyle, which we found even dating back a couple weeks to when we got back from Exotica in Chicago, the lifestyle term is being thrown around like we change shirts. And trust me, we don't have a hold on it just yet, but I think the coolest part about people in our position is that we're learning every day, and new terms, topics, people, like we're trying to put in, we call it the sweat equity. We're trying to put the work in to learn a little bit more, so that even though we don't know everything, we can be a help, and we can help you kind of streamline this a little bit better.
Absolutely.
That's all I think that we're all looking to do together for the people, for all y'all.
Absolutely.
If not, we'll point you in the right way.
That's
Correct.
right. We absolutely can. So that's our kind of Wednesday and Thursday, which is great. And then, babe, which takes us right to First Friday this week, right?
Yeah, First Friday, liquid latex, eye candy. And to touch base about eye candy, I actually do think First Friday is a great way to introduce, if anyone's never come to an eye candy lifestyle event, that's a great way for you to come get introduced to eye candy, because it's just for the night.
Correct.
And we always have day passes, so you don't know. We encourage you to stay over.
Right.
But we also offer day passes and night passes as well.
Yep.
And then, are
Saturday.
you excited for Saturday?
I can't wait, dude.
How many people are nerds in here?
Besides all of us, I hope everybody else outside by the pool.
I hope everyone else loves Star Wars as much as we do.
May the 4th be with you, babe.
I know. I can't wait.
Dude, so yeah, that was Ray's Chewbacca impersonation from the back. So hopefully y'all heard that. Ray, let's see if you can put Chewbacca on the screen. Work him in there somewhere this week. We'll get him up there. There will be a Chewbacca pop-up. I promise. So May the 4th is this weekend. We're super excited. We got some cool stuff with the Sexy Squad. We got some really cool costume pop pieces. And that May 4th is going to take us right into Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Which is another Wepa kind of party.
Oh, yeah. So that's also another Sunday.
Cerveza,
You don't wanna miss.
cerveza.
That's right.
We got a lot of specials.
You know what? It's not only Cinco de Mayo on Sunday, but it is me and Tess's 6-year anniversary.
Oh,
So
happy
we have spent every anniversary here at Secrets.
Cinco de Mayo y 6-year anniversary?
6 years. 6 years. It's 6 years
Oh
anniversary.
my God. Crazy. Yo, we got to put all that together. That is if that's not an excuse to get out here this weekend,
I don't know what is.
celebrate in outer space. We could celebrate Cinco, celebrate Joe and Tess. Pick one.
Eye candy.
Pick them all. Eye candy. Yo, there's so much opportunity. And literally, this is the lifestyle vibe now, ladies and gentlemen. We want to make sure that you guys start to begin to expect a little bit more from your lifestyle experience. It can be a lot more than just some music and a nice pool. Just saying, let's get a vibe. Let's get some energy. Let's get some themed stuff going on. Let's get people dressed up in costume. Let's make some really cool stuff. Let's throw some cool giveaways out. Let's make this a fully immersive experience. And that's really the vibe that we're going for week in and week out, regardless of what's happening on property. Just an all-out lifestyle extravaganza where you can live your best life.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's why I keep coming back.
So with that being said,
that's it.
That's why she keeps coming, guys. With that being said, we got an amazing week coming up, an amazing weekend coming up. It's going to be awesome. So if you guys have not purchased tickets yet, I believe that our hotel rooms are sold out this weekend, or we're right about being sold out. So double check the website, secretsfl.com, for all of your Secrets Hideaway needs. Check that out. Just double check it. But if for some reason we are sold out, you do have neighboring hotels right next door that you can grab a room in. And we also have full day and evening passes, right, babe?
Absolutely. And don't forget, you can also make your experience that much better by adding VIP.
That's right. That's right. And if you guys need to, or you'd like to, and I suggest that you do it because it is the only true way to really experience Secrets, is by hitting up VIP at secretsfl.com. Or you can reach out to our hotline that I'm going to have Ray drop into the comments here when we reproduce the show. We have our VIP hotline that you can call, and you can get Maria and the crew on that phone, and they'll hook you up, right, babe?
Absolutely.
So that is the way to do it. If you got a birthday, a special occasion, something you want to celebrate, maybe you're just excited because Drift's going to be here. That's a reason to do a little VIP. I mean, I would. So
Absolutely.
there's no such thing as a poor excuse, ladies and gentlemen. We are always down to have a great time with y'all here at Secrets Hideaway. And it's been an amazing show. So don't forget, y'all. We want to make sure you guys check everything out. We have a whole bunch of great stuff coming up. Our weekend's going to be amazing. And really quick, before we wrap our show, I just want to talk about a few collabs and some tour dates that we have going on real quick, right, babe? We're kind of taking Secrets Hideaway all over the country this summer, right?
We're gonna.
You look exhausted already.
We're gonna be. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the places we're gonna go. Like, I can't contain my excitement right now.
Me either. We start
because
off.
we're on air, so I'm keeping it very.
She's
PG.
keeping it.
That's why she's
subdued
excited
tonight. Subdued excitement right here. So we have a couple of great shows coming up. Next month, we're in a couple of different places. We actually have in June coming up, we're going to be hitting New Orleans, right? That's going to be crazy.
Yep, Naughty New Orleans
with the Naughty Crew.
At the end of the month, yep.
That's right. And we'll be taking over Bourbon Street with a bunch of pop-up secrets and eye candy influence parties. You guys have kind of put your comments in, and we thank you and appreciate you saying how these Secrets Hideaway and eye candy pool parties and these events have been all the rave. So we're actually taking that framework on the road. So we're going to produce these style parties for you guys at a couple different locations this summer. And I think it'll be really great to kind of get secrets out there, helping out our amazing lifestyle partners, and also show you guys how we get down here on property. So if you ever want to come visit us, we'd love to see you. So, I mean, that last weekend of June in New Orleans is going to be crazy on Bourbon Street and all the hotel parties. So that'll be myself, DJ Direct, and we'll also, I think James and Jules are going to step in on that one. That'll be great. So
James, I think.
Oh, it might be James of James and Jules. I didn't want to.
We're not sure yet.
Did I just pay for both the boys by accident? We don't pay for both if we can't get them. You know what I mean? So, but it's going to be a great card nonetheless, and we're really excited to jump on that card with the Naughty team, and that's going to be awesome. And then from there, we have a couple other days we're trying to work out with the Exoticas to do some cool stuff with there too. So keep an eye out for Secrets Hideaway with the Exotica crew. I think we're hitting Purgatory in Texas, right? That's coming up in July.
Correct.
Whew, I'm trying to get all this stuff together. So we got Purgatory in July. And then back in June again, I think we're headed to Caliente in the Tampa area,
for someone's special's birthday.
That's right. Big shout out to Rob and Trudy, two amazing Caliente goers, and we're gonna throw a little combined party with our Caliente friends.
Yeah, on June 22nd.
That's right. That's right. So that'll be awesome. And then in addition to that, I also think we have some of our good friends at Tampa Erotic that are doing an event too, right?
Absolutely.
It's like it's
a busy
all
month.
of Florida is being taken over by lifestyle in June, in the month of June. And you can see Secrets Hideaway in different places with all this. It's crazy. So with that being said, if you guys had any other reason to not be a part of lifestyle, I treat this like the Monday Night Wars drift from wrestling back in the day. It's a great time to be a lifestyle fan.
Am I WCW and
right?
you're WWF?
I mean, we could
WWF.
Right. That was back when they had to get the F out.
I'm a wrestling fan, so I know what I'm talking about, mister.
That's right. That's right. But what I'm saying is honestly, right now, it is such an amazing time to be a fan of the LS.
Absolutely,
fan of lifestyle. You have stuff that you could do on cruise ships. You have stuff that you do at resort properties. You have stuff that you do at private homes. You have stuff that you could do at all these different types of locations. We have our dungeon here. There's so many different levels. Of lifestyle going on right now.
Kind of going back to the weekend, it was really nice that we had so many lifestyle groups on property all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it wasn't just the Tampa Erotic guys who were throwing the takeover. But we had Swing Nation was in the building.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We had, who else was here?
Some of the Dirty Pervs were here.
Dirty Pervs in the building. And we had smaller lifestyle groups that are maybe not as big on that level.
Right.
But I know that I saw a lot of other lifestyle groups here as well.
Correct.
So it's just really nice to see that everybody gets together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can come into one place because we're all here for the same stuff.
Absolutely.
We're all here for pleasure.
Right.
So when you have all the pleasure, you have all the fun. You don't have to worry about all that other stuff.
And that
so it was nice.
That route of pleasure that you're looking for, that's on you. What are you looking to do? You know, you're looking to hang out by the bar and just have a good time. You're looking to maybe meet some new people. Maybe check out the playroom. Maybe check out the dungeon. Maybe check out the theme rooms. We got different jokes for different folks, man.
Absolutely.
To each their own, baby. And with that being said, that is how we lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we do Secrets Hideaway. It's been such an amazing, amazing show. And the very last thing that I'd like to speak about is quite arguably one of the biggest crossovers that we've ever done, that we've ever seen here at Secrets Hideaway. I want to shout out the Groove Cruise as a whole. If anybody's ever heard of the Groove Cruise before, this is a super dope cruise ship that is held aboard the Allure of the Seas. Basically, this boat is sold out with thousands of people that go on this one amazing cruise to listen to some of the dopest EDM, house, and dance music going with amazing artists. It's a full tilt, completely immersive dance cruise, right, babe?
Yeah, and James and Jules will be on
James
that
and
cruise.
Jules.
That I know.
They did. They just got added to this card, and that's part of the reason why we're telling you guys all about it. Is the Groove Cruise in 2025 has brought Secrets Hideaway and Eye Candy to the stage. We have a candy stage on the 2025 Groove Cruise that's sailing from Miami to Jamaica right after the New Year. This is January the 23rd?
Through the 27th.
23rd to 27th. I think I'm
Something
right.
like that.
7th, yes.
I think the photographic memory just clicked in on that. Those are the dates. And we also have a very special QR code and link that we'll embed in the show here for you guys. I want you guys to click the link because we have reserved some specific Secrets Hideaway rooms, right, babe?
Absolutely. So then we're kind of all together.
That's right. That's the way we party. Yo. We love having our LS family together. So we've reserved a block of Secrets Hideaway rooms. We do have a few of these rooms left. These rooms will sell out. This cruise will entirely sell out. So
If not already.
That's right. We want to encourage you guys to get on these rooms, get on this room block, and get on this QR code as soon as possible. If you're even thinking about attending the cruise and you want to be on board with Secrets and Eye Candy, this is the way to do it. Click the QR code, jump in, reserve your room today. We cannot wait to jump on the open water with all of our lifestyle family and make this thing awesome. For the first time ever, really excited to bring a Secrets and Eye Candy type party to the Seven Seas. I mean, like, we're literally out of the country producing an amazing show. So we're super psyched about that. That's Groove Cruise 2025. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
It's going to be a banger, y'all.
That's true. Very true. And as we bring it full circle and put a pin in this episode here today, has been an amazing show with the homie DJ Drift. Drift, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Can I give a couple quick shouts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Shout out all you want. I'm just going to give you a
couple
second.
birthday
Go
shout-outs
for it.
real quick.
Yeah, please.
Tito from the Circus Cartel. He just celebrated his
Happy birthday,
with
Tito.
us last weekend. Happy birthday. Over in 102.
Drinking Tito's for you, bro. Tito's
New
for
York
Tito.
Unicorn Stable. Joelle, it's her birthday month. Happy birthday to everybody who came out and hung out with us. Happy birthday to you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Swingers Cartel, I love y'all. Everybody else, Don, Anna, Candy, Daniel, all my friends, all my people here, I love you guys.
And Drift, your schedule this weekend, where can they catch your secrets?
Tonight,
Yep.
Erotic Rendezvous. I'm here every Wednesday. Every Monday, every Wednesday, come and vibe with me. And then I'm here every Saturday, 4 to 9, and every other Sunday. So there's always time to come party with me.
That's it. And if you guys are tuning in and staying with it, you know that we've been incorporating Drift into more of the action here on property. So he's been hosting a little bit, doing a little bit of everything. So you don't really know when you're going to see him. You might just have to just start coming all the time.
That works.
You know, so you don't
Because
miss
you
anything.
just never know.
There's no reason for me to
You
be
never
more
know.
than you.
I love it.
Just saying. That
Hey.
means you got to beat me here.
Just sorry, not sorry, you know? And, you know, since it's been a great show, babe, why don't you take him home and let's send this thing out of here.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Secrets Hideaway podcast. I'm your girl, Jess. What up to no good? Jordan Marshall, my amazing co-host. And of course, we got Infinite on the back end. We can't do anything without Infinite.
Impossible.
And the man, the myth, the legend,
Thank
DJ
you.
Drift. And we thank y'all and have a great one, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.